Can't wait for them to go back to like analog. You gotta get like a button to press like in real life.
Yeah, can't wait for that. Speaking of can't wait, all right, are we live? Are
I
we
don't know.
live? I think so. I think there is a
I did get
it's
an
a
ad, so like
oh, you got an ad.
I got an ad. It's
Okay.
it's crazy.
I think we're live. Can you hear us? And can you hear the guest of the channel?
Hello,
Is he too loud or am I too quiet or is it perfectly balanced as
hello,
all things should be? All right, give me a second
hello,
here. Yeah, once we get he keeps saying hello. Well and truly. Yep, perfectly. All right, we got people
hello.
saying buongiorno. So, one second. I just got to grab one thing and then we can officially say we're live. Hang on a second. Like we're live now, but the real
Yeah,
live.
I there's two lives.
There's two lives.
Man, cats get 9 of those. I only get one.
Oh man.
That was a bad joke. Don't laugh. No one laugh at that joke. I just told you don't laugh at the joke.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
How can you still hear me? I'm in the other room. Please don't tell me it's the wrong mic. Do I sound okay?
I mean, it doesn't sound like a phone, so it's fine.
Speaking of phone, my phone just went off. So, okay. So, okay. I think we are ready to go. All right. What's up, guys? Canadian Guy here, and welcome to yet another Spyro Yap Sesh. I'm Canadian Guy A, and I am joined by, I would definitely say, a co host of mine. He's been the editor for the channel for before, and now he's also returning. The master of memes, master of lore, caretaker of lore. It is Lore of the Dragon. Welcome to a Spyro Yap Sesh.
Hello.
That's you gotta have a little bit more, a little bit more pizzazz than that. Come on now.
Hello there.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
Okay, we good now? We good?
We're
Okay, I
good.
said the
There
joke.
we go.
We're good.
There you go. You said the thing. So,
I
all right,
did
give
say
me.
the thing.
All right, so I just got to finish sending out the notifications, and we can get started, and we'll dive head first right into things and stuff. So, for those who
Okay,
don't, why don't you introduce yourself, just in case people who don't know you?
I make memes.
You
My
know,
name is. My name is memes. I no, that joke was gonna be bad. Hello, I go by Just Shooter sometimes. I also go by Lore of the Dragon or Lore, or some people call me random things. I don't know. Some people call me a curse. Um, Canadian Guy doesn't. He calls me editor sometimes and keeps me in his editor closet and then feeds me Skittles.
I thought it was maple
So
syrup.
I mean, the maple syrup. Okay, yeah. Look, the maple syrup is premium. Okay, sometimes I don't know. That's a very nice spoonful of maple. Mm, that was good.
Oh boy, aspects. Spyro Community Day.
Okay, I saw one
Goodness,
person say General Kenobi. That person got a golden noodle star.
a golden noodle star specifically.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have to offer. I mean, I got like a squishy bird. I mean, I don't think
Who wants Squishbird?
it's a squishy bird. It's got Orbeez in it. That's
Uh,
my it's like a stress ball. So like anyone who says General Kenobi after I say hello there gets the Orby bird.
the Orby bird.
Yeah, the Orby bird.
Orby bird.
Orby
All right.
bird.
All right. Last thing, and then we should be good to go.
I got mentioned on Twitter. I wonder who that was.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know who mentioned you on Twitter. Who could
I,
it
I,
be? This
I have
mention that I
absolutely.
did see.
Oh, okay. I lost some. You made me lose something. There was a picture of a bag full of hot dogs that I wanted to show you.
See, I'll be streaming, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I just go over and look, and it's just like a an egg made of negative energy, and I was like, "What?"
Uh,
This is
I'm gonna correct you. It was antimatter.
oh, antimatter. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we should all be ready to go. All right. So let's dive in right away. I kind of want to talk to you about. I kind of want to talk to everybody real quick. And actually, instead of just talking about it, I kind of wanted to show you guys. If you guys didn't see, I was featured in, and a bunch of other creators were featured in Spyro.
What does he look like?
Spyro A Realm Beyond's um, reaction trailer. And there's actually something I wanted to specifically kind of point out. So, if you guys have been seeing the different interviews and stuff, they've been pretty coy with some details that we feel like are kind of obvious. Like one of the things that we keep asking is it open world? Is it an adventure? And we keep hearing, oh, stay tuned for more details, right? And we're like, why? Why do you keep saying stay tuned for more details? And we finally got to the point now where we are starting to get some details where in this reaction trailer specifically, there is somebody, Radic specifically. I'll show you, and I'll show you guys. Radic says something, and they curated these reactions. So if you guys can see here over
Spyro.
here.
Is it Spyro?
What does he look like?
Oh my god! It's Spyro.
Yeah, wait. So yes, it has been included. Elena with the first donation to the stream, $50. Thank you so much. $5 from Grandma, and happy birthday to Jonathan yesterday. Hope you had a great one. I love the sense of humor between you two. Please collab more. Use this for computer upgrades. Thank you, Elena. Yes, that is the plan to collab more. We're gonna be dragging Lord of the Dragon here, kicking and screaming onto Team Spyro, whether he likes it or not. He's joining us. So
I am actually kicking and screaming. You can't hear it in my voice, but I am terrified right now.
kicking and screaming onto the stream so far. So thank you so much, Elena. First donation to stream, and it's a big one. Thank you so much. If you want to support the channel, there is a link in the description below that you can too. But if you don't want to, that's okay. No donations are required, but they are always appreciated. Thank you so much. So, at some point here...
Oh my god!
Spyro, A Realm Beyond!
Okay, gameplay. Fuck yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Whoa. Is it like open world?
Oh, that's beautiful.
So, that little comment there, oh, is it like open world? I know that's really small. And trust me, I understand it's really small. This is not something that is...
It is very small.
It is very, very, very small. But...
Very small.
What it at least has me asking and wondering and thinking is, okay, is this them kind of soft confirming that there is some kind of that this is them finally confirming something that we've all kind of been seeing, which is this a soft confirmation of there being an open world concept, which then led to the question that I wanted to ask, and I'll ask you first, Lore, is yes, I'm asking you first. So as the guest,
I'm here.
As the guest,
Yeah, I'm here.
Open world games are really interesting, and nowadays sometimes seem overbloated or too small. What do we want to see in an open world Spyro game? What do we not want to see? Where do we draw the line as to this is too much, and to make sure that it doesn't go absolutely haywire?
I'm thinking scope creep right now. I feel like there's a bit of an argument to be made where you don't want to blow it out of proportion, because if you just did that, then you might actually lose the whole like character of Spyro Worlds, because I assume they're not, as far as we know, they're not doing portals yet. So Um, I think not having a lot of variety definitely would be pretty bad. I assume they would because we've seen like two environments already. It's like a weird
Yeah.
rocky crystal one, and then like the one we saw with like the Ori kind of music.
Hmm.
Uh,
I
but
do agree with that, especially the variety of environment. I do think that that is something that needs to be
yeah,
done.
yeah, it's just how do you keep the spirit of the original Spyro games, which it seems like that's what they're kind of trying to do, but then also not blow the open world out of proportion where it's gonna be like, well, you're just flying for, she flying straight the entire time, because that's not very fun. You might as well just
Hmm.
make a flight level.
Yeah, that's where you have to. We have to we kind of have to be careful with the variety of environment. And like you said, we haven't gotten confirmation of portals yet, but we also know that diverse environments is one of the things that makes Spyro so much fun. I mean, one moment you're in a literal Scottish castle, and then the next moment you're in a library, then you're in a river made of honey, and then you're in a mine cavern ran by dinosaurs, right? So, you know, and that's the thing, is that nothing sticks around for too long. So, but the problem is that when you have an open world that tries to match the original kind of, I don't want to say mishmash, but when you kind of have an open world aspect where you have so many diverse environments and then you just put them all together in one quick little, like, one world, it's going to not look right, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. When you mash, it's just going to feel like a dog's dinner, where it's just going to be just a mishmash of a whole bunch of different things smashed together, and it doesn't look right. But that's where the portals came in, and the portals came in to kind of separate it all and make it feel mentally like, oh, there's a theme change. And oh my goodness, Platinum Lucario just donated 400 Australian dollars through Super Chat. What? Here's A Realm Beyond being heavily story focused and world restoration like Okami. What is going on? Oh
Good
my!
luck, man.
What just happened? What just happened? That is incredible. Thank you, Lucario. Thank you. That is. Whoo. How am I supposed to keep streaming like this?
That's the neat part.
Hi. Thank you. Yeah, how am I? What am I supposed to do now? Do I dance? Do I like? We have a whole.
Oh yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
We've been live for 15 minutes. Okay. That is incredible. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me finish my thought, though. Okay. So, oh my gosh, Flanny Man just sent 10 Canadian Guy memberships.
Yeah, there you go.
I love this. Flanny Man received a gift membership from Flanny Man. That's awesome.
The one picture of Obama giving himself the medal.
Flanny, thank you so much. You gifted 10 $5 donations. That is incredible. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, you guys are going to kill me. We just started. We just started here. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. Okay. So, to try to get mentally back on track, the variety of environment is something that I think could be handled and done in the way that Sonic Frontiers has been done, but scaled like not the same 1-to-1. If it worked like Sonic Frontiers, I don't know if A Realm Beyond would land well. I think it would overall not land well if it was done exactly like Sonic Frontiers. But I think smaller hub worlds compared to Sonic Frontiers and bigger regular levels. Are you familiar with Frontiers?
No, but I think I get the idea of very
Yep.
empty world.
Yeah. So they made it big and empty because the whole point was that you're supposed to be able to run through it fast to get from point to point. And then what would happen is that you
Yeah.
would get to a level, and then it would be like a traditional Sonic level, which you just like zip right through, and they were like, some of them were like 2 minutes long or a minute and a half long, and then you're out, and then off we go, right?
Mm.
So I like the idea of, it's almost like the Breath of the Wild treatment where you have the different dungeons and you have the different things, but not quite the same. Frontiers had that vibe, but it went askew one direction way too much and too small on the other. Here's the part. Here's what Platinum Lucario says. Here's what I think: the parts of the world will be corrupted, and you have to restore them in order to access more parts of the world map. It's a very classic, very Okami style, which, again, we've talked about. I spoke publicly with Paul about that in the past, about Okami being perhaps being an influence. I've always liked the idea of the environment being able to be like, it's all corrupted, and then you fix it, and then it reveals, and it's like, that's what it actually is supposed to look like, and then you take time to help repair it. So I think that that's going to be really interesting. You bring up scope creep, and that's true. That's genuinely true. Scope creep is something that is real bad. It's real bad when it comes to open world games. And what I really like is the fact that Paul Yan acknowledged this in the Kind of Funny Gamecast. He literally said, hey, scope creep is a thing, and we have, if we were to do a bunch of all the ideas that we came up with, the game would blow out of budget real quick. So to hear somebody acknowledge that, I think is really, really smart. What if the map is like Kana, where you purify the landscape and open different areas? Flanny Man says, yeah, I like that idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing can't go wrong. You go and purify areas, you leave it opens up more of the map. My thought would be, so getting across the map. I might have mentioned this before. I don't know where. When you finally do, in this case, purify different parts of the map, you have to get around the map. I wonder if it would be, they'd say you just have to fly there, or if they actually would integrate the portals as like, this is a fast travel system now. You just make portals and you go around different areas.
Okay. I like that. I like the idea where you like you could it's really big, and you can fly there if you want, or you can take a portal and it fast travels you there.
Yeah, I think it would be neat to integrate that, because then I guess you could make the excuse, oh, well, Spyro is a artisan dragon. He can maybe an artisan dragon technically.
I was like,
that technicality.
I was like, you don't go that hole. You know where it leads.
I know where that goes. So you could make the excuse that he was taught how to make portals, or at least crude portals, so he can get around places faster if he's clearing areas. Then whatever. I mean, you could technically even just say purifying areas doesn't necessarily mean, there's always a like darkness that you have to deal with. Obviously, there's magic involved. So yeah, sure, maybe. But it could also be, you're just clearing an area of influence from the scavs. You make a portal, you go there.
So we just got a $5 donation from Jim C, which is and he adds a really good comment here. He says, I'm a little unsure about the potential of having corrupted areas. Maybe I'm not understanding it correctly, but would that mean half your time spent during the game would be going through ugly environments? I wouldn't say ugly, but I would say like something could be corrupted and look neat, right? Like if you showed up to an area and it's a desert, right? You have places that look like dry canyon, and then you have places, and then the corruption is this was supposed to be a jungle biome, and then you fix it and the desert becomes a jungle biome. It doesn't necessarily have to be it's black and ugly and swamp like, and everything is just covered in, where it feels like everything is covered in just grime. It doesn't
It was
necessarily
kind
have
of
to.
like Hero's Tale. I think Lena mentioned something about that actually. It is kind of very similar to a Hero's Tale in that corrupting areas, I guess. Granted, again, for clearing areas, you don't always have to just go with like dark gems or corrupting with dark magic. You could just go with like, oh yeah, you just have to clear an area of certain
Scavs.
like scavs or whatever, which kind of similar. If I had to think about an example, it'd be like Halo Infinite, but Halo Infinite also had the issue of it was just kind of a big empty world, and the levels were not necessarily linear,
Mhm.
which kind of messed up the story. But granted, Spyro doesn't always um, have the heaviest story, which I think gives it some strength because you can kind of go about it in your own way, and then maybe the story just picks up when you get to a certain point in
I
that
think,
world.
yeah, I think another thing that you could do, for example, is you could do something like, we say corrupted, but it also could be, like you said, inhabited, right? Or taken over. So the scavs, actually, we'll talk about this in a second. I actually want to bring that up because when I was doing research for the video that you're currently editing, um, I had an idea that I wanted to talk about. So we'll get to that in a second. But
Spoilers.
it could be something where, like, let's say, uh, there is a forest that is wilting and dying, and the reason why is because the scavs built a dam up up the river, right? And because it was dammed up the river, the whole point and mission of that whole thing is to destroy the dam so that the water can flow again and restore life back to the forest, right?
Oh, yeah.
That can be a an idea. Um
Yeah.
Who's the composer for Cana Bridge of Spirits? Cana Bridge of Spirits composer. I don't think they would be the one, though they did a good job. The primary composer of Cana Bridge of Spirits is Jason Galati, also known as Theophany, who collaborated closely with the traditional Balinese composer Dewa Pudu Barada and the Gamilian ensemble group Gamilian Kudamani. So I think they went with a very, very, very a very like Eastern a very Eastern inspired music. I don't think that that's going to be the same specifically for Spyro. I think you're still gonna have Stefan Vankoff that's going to be composing it, but I'm wondering if they're going to be bringing on other people as well, because Walter Mayer was used as like the main composer for Crash 4, and Stefan helped out with that, and Stefan also did the original music for Spyro Reignited. So I'm wondering if they're just going to have Stefan Vankoff back. So, Leisha Lampshade says, what if part of the plot is to rebuild broken portals? Like, they can't confirm nor deny portals at all because that story keeps unique lands and portals and collecting for orbs/gems to build it. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Avalar even had portals, so it's not like it's exclusive to Dragon lands. The Forgotten Realms still had portals, even if they didn't, know how to power them without dragons, because the sorceress is an idiot and decided to get rid of the only power source that they had, despite the fact that Avalar seems completely fine. So, who am I to say?
Stupid!
Croc. Okay. Yeah, you heard it here first. I think the sorceress is stupid.
She is pretty. And then she's
So
like, let's kill the babies.
not even on the basis of they're a horrible person. They're already a horrible person. They're going downstairs. They literally had their
Under the
version of
basement.
the highway shut down because they said, I don't like these people. I'm going to get rid of them. Who in the right mind thinks that let's just get rid of infrastructure because I don't like someone? I can't, anyway, yeah. Okay. Other places having portals makes sense. There's a precedent for them to already exist. About it, and maybe it's like, oh well, the dragon's there. Obviously, there's magic. Now, granted, I guess they did have like the scepter thing, which oh boy, it's a wizard. I love wizards, wizard people in a strange new realm. So I mean, there's already magic that seems to be there. It would make sense for there to be. Yeah, Spyro can repair them. Then that gives you an excuse for.
Okay.
And it's an open world, so.
So shout out to Crystal Fisher who popped in the chat. Crystal, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing great. And
Hello.
This is actually a really good transition to what you're talking about, to what I was talking about earlier, which is thus. If we go to the PlayStation Store or the Nintendo Store or whatnot, and you look at the description for the game, right? This is the only plot points that we have thus far for the game. So you better believe that we're going to be we reread this over and over and over and over again. That just to try to extract every little nugget of implication and detail that we could talk about. So wishlist now and get ready for Spyro's TM Bold New Adventure. Take flight in a brand new journey through a strange and wondrous realm. When Spyro finds himself stranded, his journey to discover a way home is interrupted by the arrival of a vicious invading force known as the Scavs. So, before we continue, the first thing that we can assume here is that Spyro goes through what might be, as Leisha Lampshade might be leaning towards, a portal, right? And now he's stuck in a new realm. But that realm is also... well, here we go. Fighting himself stranded. His journey to discover a way home is interrupted. So, what we have here, the professor messes up another portal again.
I can't. He lost his pencil in a realm. Spyro has to go get it.
he lost his pencil in another realm. His journey to discover a way home is interrupted. So this almost feels like it's not quite like Ripto right away, where Spyro is stranded in a new realm. He has to figure out a way to get home, and there's seemingly going to be a length of time between him arriving in the realm and him trying to leave and it being interrupted, right? Because I really wouldn't say Ripto interrupted his when he came to Avalar. Ripto was already there. This almost feels like Spyro shows up to a new realm. He needs to figure out a way home. An easy discovery is there, and the realm is like, yeah, sure, we can get you home, and you might have to play through maybe 15, 20 minutes of gameplay before we get to the cutscene of him being interrupted by the arrival of a vicious invading force known as the Scavs. So it looks like that there's a length of time between Spyro showing up to the new realm and then something happening and the Scavs showing up, right?
Yeah.
Then the follow-up line is, Spyro must make new allies and rise to protect this realm before it's changed forever. Now, this to me has a lot of implication to say that this, and a lot of backing to suggest that there may be, we may not be getting a lot of older characters. I'm not saying we're not getting any new old characters, but when you specifically say Spyro must make new allies and when Spyro finds himself stranded, right? The only way that it would work is that if there was some sort of group teleportation that was happening, and the professor, as Crystal Fisher suggests, the professor screws something up and they all get stuck. But it doesn't mention Spyro and his group. It just says Spyro finds himself stranded. Right?
Yeah.
So if there, and we also don't see Sparks, so that's something that we talk about in the next A Realm Beyond video, is we talk a little bit about Sparks. So, but my question to you is that when you sit down and read through this with like a fine-tooth comb, what's your takeaways, and what's the implications that you're drawing from it?
Let's see. Okay. Putting my reader glasses on so I can go get something together. I haven't actually thought too much about it because there's just not a whole lot to go off of outside of just like, oh well, we're speculating on like
Sure.
what old stuff is. But yeah, I mean, from my understanding of it, if you take it literally, yeah, it's just Spyro.
Yeah.
And we don't have any evidence to say otherwise.
Of course.
From what this is telling us, it's just him. And oh yeah, new allies. Yeah, okay. Well, this is obvious. It seems like they're just trying behind. He ends up there, and I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Go through a portal, mess up. That mole's got to figure out how to send people to the right address. I swear.
That mole.
That guy. I never get that guy, the professor, to do Uber. He will not get you to your destination.
Portal Uber, you just show up in an Eldritch horror dimension. I wanted to go to Glimmer, and now I'm nowhere near there. Platinum
Emperor right now.
Platinum Lucario says, "Who do you think will be the returning character in A Realm Beyond B?" So let's set aside Sparks. Let's just say Sparks is there for now. Let's say Sparks is there.
Spyro.
And other than Spyro, other than Sparks and Spyro, let's set that aside. Never asked the professor for directions. No. I think it would be kind of funny that by sheer accidental stupidity, Hunter shows up. Not for any reason. Hunter's the only other person that somehow makes it through other than Spyro, and it's Hunter. And it's not Laura, it's not the professor, it's not anybody, it's Hunter. And it's like, man, Captain Useless character, right? Bianca has magical powers. Alora is Alora, right? Professor can actually work on the portals, right? And out of all the characters that show up, it's Hunter. Or Moneybag. Ooh. Or would it be Moneybags?
Moneybags.
Moneybags would be great.
Cousin. Camera bags. That's what's gonna be.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Oh no, I'm just saying it's Moneybags' cousin, Scammer Bags.
Scammer Bags. What would be funny is if Moneybags shows up and he's playing like a constant double agent role where he's flipping between siding with Spyro and then siding with the enemy, siding with Spyro, and he just keeps bouncing back and forth and is always playing like, I'm sorry, Spyro, for everything that I've done in the past. And still, I want that cutscene of Spyro saying, out of everybody that could have came from my home, it had to be you. I want to have that cutscene. Miharu is here. Miharu says,
other people.
Hunter needs to be there to withhold important items. Yes, that's it. That is
true. He is the main villain of Spyro.
Change my mind. Hunter's the main villain.
I mean, yeah, I actually changed my mind.
It would be it'd be funny if like if Toys for Bob leaned into that, where they were leaning into like the inside jokes where we find out that like maybe Hunter's with us the whole time, and there's a key item that we're looking for, and we find out Hunter's had it the whole time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So I didn't really know what this was. I didn't think I should give it to you. I was going to give it to Bianca, but I guess I'll give it to you now.
you find out it's like the key item that you needed.
Yeah.
I hope the alchemist returns. Oh boy. I would be.
actually explode.
Imagine me having a raspy, sarcastic voice. More small fees for Spyro Realm Beyond. Ha ha ha. Hunter has to teach you how to double jump to glide further. Hunter needs to remind you, you need a double jump, Spyro. Meanwhile, Spyro just flies past them.
Yeah.
Why do I need
What's the
that?
point in jumping? You can just fly.
Flying. Okay.
I wonder if they...
I was gonna give this to
Oh,
Bianca
yeah.
as an engagement present, but you need it more. Lord of the Dragon, I'm sure you mentioned in one of your videos about an official artwork of Spyro painting some unexpected character. Tell us about it. Can you tell us about
I
it?
have to... Hang on. Let's see. Fish artwork. Spyro. Oh yeah, that one. Okay, the one from like years ago that everyone went like, oh, I dropped something. Said, "Wow, that looks like Cinder." It's on a plate, and we don't know why it's there. We don't know the implication.
Okay, so here,
I think I did mention it a while ago. I don't remember
Here.
the details of the video itself.
can we stick a pin in that just for a moment, because I want to get back to that. I want to answer Elena's
The
question,
elder.
but then I do want
Okay.
to get back to that specifically. So 1 second. What about
Okay.
older characters not in Reignited being from the realm where Spyro gets stuck? Like he gets to Red, but he never got corrupted, or this is before A Hero's Tale or after Shadow Legacy. What are your thoughts about going to a realm beyond, and other than Cinder, finding other characters from Spyro's past? I think that it would be an interesting way to do it, but I hope it's not too heavy-handed. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I'd be very scared. I wouldn't be necessarily scared about, like Red and the Sorcerer and all that being there. I would be scared by the fact that Treetops is in the Forgotten Realms in Shadow Legacy, I'm relatively sure. So I'd have to wonder what's going on with that.
Treetops is in the Shadow world.
It's in, I think it's in the Forgotten Realms or Avalar. I don't remember which one. It's not in the Dragon Realms explicitly. I know that.
That's
And they've
strange.
mixed up like where the worlds are in Shadow Legacy. So I'd just be kind of like, if I saw the Sorcerer was confirmed, or I saw Red was confirmed, and it was, oh, this is taking place after Shadow Legacy, I would not be thinking about the characters. I'd be thinking about how they fix that inconsistency. How are they going to explain that?
Dragon magic.
Oh my god.
Speaking of
Hey,
dragon
dude.
magic, speaking of dragon magic and inconsistencies, let's roll back a little bit for a second.
The Cinder one.
So let's talk about this for a second.
Okay.
So there's a video that I have scribbled down. I have paper scribbled down here on it, just to prove. I have here. What I do is that when I have an idea for a video, I put it on a Post-it note, and I start jotting down ideas. And once I have enough to be able to kind of make something out of it, I turn it into a document. But if there's not much there, I just leave it as a Post-it note on my desk until there's enough information to be able to turn it. So you'll see here it says Reignited Seeds, and you're going to see Doran Artisans, Cinder Plate in Art, Aether Symbols, and Peacekeepers in a Realm Beyond. So you can,
Okay,
I have it here.
Okay.
I have the paper here to prove that I was thinking about this before. But here's my thought. One of the things that Paul Yan has said numerous times is that there are seeds in Reignited that have been there for a Realm Beyond. because they knew that they wanted to do a Realm Beyond, and they left seeds of it in there. My question to you is, do you think that that Cinder Plate is one of those seeds that they decided to leave in A Realm Beyond?
Well, I mean, seemed pretty explicit, and they obviously had to pay money to get it done. So I would assume, yeah, maybe it's just like I don't know how far. I guess they're only thinking about a Realm Band. I don't know if they'd be thinking about any future Spyro games, or at least
Mhm.
aware of like, oh yeah, we want to do this. So we're going to leave implications for stuff in the future. The Aether stuff is the stuff that drives me insane. But the Cinder one is, I feel like it's very explicit in who it is.
Mhm. Well, you
So
can
it
tell who
seems
it
kind of
is.
odd. Yeah, like you could tell who it is. It's just kind of odd that they would have that done as a throwaway thing and just
Mhm.
not talk about it ever again. At least for me.
Yeah. See,
Cinder
I
Plate. Yeah, so
yeah, but
Thor's concept
also
art.
too, if we Platinum Lucario says yes, absolutely. So let me here let me pull up the art so that we can talk about it, because people are gonna want to see it.
Yeah.
Spyro Reignited. It was Thor, I believe, because Thor was like
Yes.
the Thor concept art and credits.
Yeah, look, I know this because I saw the file name multiple times and now it's ingrained in my head and I'm scared.
Is good. So, for those who don't know or who haven't seen it yet, when you finish Reignited, they show a whole bunch of pieces of art that was for all the different dragons, and it's Spyro interacting in some way with each and every single dragon. Whether it's Spyro help being served coffee, uh, whether it's Spyro painting a sheep on fire, right? There was all these different really cute, really funny little snippets, right? This one's my favorite. I love the coffee one. The coffee one's my favorite, where Spyro's got his sunglasses on and he's got like a unicorn frappuccino, essentially.
I
Um,
want that Frappuccino.
you want what?
I want that Frap. It looks radioactive.
It does look a little bit radioactive, but
I want that
if,
Frappuccino.
so if we go to Thor here, we can actually see something that's clearly Cinder. Like, this is something that we talked about years ago, but never been answered. That's clearly Cinder. Whether it's the looking at the black scales, the black scales, the pink neck, it's a dragon. It's got, numerous horns. That's Cinder, right?
Yes.
I want to push it a little further in the speculation to a point where I know that some people are going to roll their eyes at, but we see here a plate of her being broken, and I'm wondering, is it possible that they were thinking at that point that Cinder would be like her character, like severely broken and traumatized, and this is a symbolism of her being fractured and not knowing what to do, and there being some sort of mental turmoil, and Spyro looking at her with pity, and he's looking at the broken plate. We're going deep here, all right? We're going deep. But
You're a lot of Mistborn, I can tell.
yes, sure, we can go there. But I think that there could be imagine everyone roaring and cheering at the trailer shown at Gamescom. Hint, hint. Ooh. Platinum Lucario, are you suggesting that you know something that we do not? Are you suggesting that you are holding knowledge of things to come? When is Gamescom, by the way? When is Gamescom?
They have hot dogs at Gamescom.
Hot dogs at Gamescom. I hate it here.
Well,
Opening night is August 25th.
Darn.
So that's going to be later. That's a Tuesday at
That's
8
Tuesday.
p.m. At 8 p.m. 8 p.m. what?
Yeah,
8.
you better figure that out. I assume it's going to be 8 p.m. like Central European time.
CEST 8 p.m. CEST Central Eastern Standard Time. What?
Yes. Yeah. So Germany, all that. Yeah. So
Or
it's
is it
6 hours ahead of us. So it's gonna be 2.
Oh, geez. So yeah, so
Yeah.
it'll be 2 o'clock our time. Okay, 2 o'clock
Bingo.
on a 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. On a
Yippers.
Tuesday. All right.
Tuesday.
Why is that there? That shouldn't be doing that. There we go. They said nope. Okay. But I can't believe it's August already, bro. I know, right? It's like,
Yeah.
man. So okay. So my thought is that are we going to perhaps see something related to Cinder in this game, and is this plate something? And also Miharu said earlier, I clocked it, that door in Artisans, right? Maybe Thor is telling him the story of Cinder right here. Maybe
Cool.
that would be cool. That would be neat. I didn't even think about this. My brain just hit me. What if we had flashback sequences where we go back to Spyro back when he was younger in Artisans?
That would be interesting, and that would be a 10-minute video from me.
For every sequence gets a 10-minute
Every
analysis.
sequence, every 10 more minutes added to the video.
But what if we
I guess Crash 4 did that technically.
Yeah, with the flashback tapes.
Yeah.
Right? So what if there were flashback sequences where we go back to Spyro when he was from Reignited and he no longer has the flight ability, it's just the glide, and there's story that's back there that is relevant to the story in A Realm Beyond, right? Whether it's like a lesson to be learned, or whether it's, and it could be a way to be able to like, hey, for this small segment of the game, we're going to kind of go back to a more classic feel of Spyro. Kind of like a flashback, right? Like a flashback tape, but it's a flashback level of like something that's a little bit more traditionally Spyro. And then, but it has some sort of relevant cause for the story. A flashback crystal ball, maybe not crystal ball, but maybe dreams, right? A dream.
Talking about dreams, huh?
Yes, dreams.
Dreams, you say, and
dreams.
time, right?
Yes,
Time.
dreams. And,
Yeah.
yes.
I like my eternal night senses are tingling.
Okay. We will be watching Gamescom opening night live on that day. CG. Yes, of course. Yeah, maybe the broken cinder plate represents that she's just lost. Yeah, sure. Like, like she's lost, she's broken, she's sad, she's, you could put any descriptor you want there. What if you've been trolling us the whole time and the new game turns out to be a Hotel Mario remake with Spyro and Cinder in Mario and Luigi's respective roles? No. Just no.
You're just denying that outright. Man,
I
mean,
just
man.
just no. Just
no.
no. This is for pull bang. No.
Oh no. Yeah. So
clay pigeon. Anyway,
opinion on the cinder plate. So it really okay. I would believe more of the theory that you got going if there was a second reference to Cinder in a very similar way. Because if there was a
That's fair.
consistent theme with Cinder after this plate, then it would be, oh, there's something implied here. It's just hard for me to think of anything with the plate other than either it's a reference or it's an acknowledgement. Because there's Toy Spyro fans. They make this. it can be one of two things: speculating on the what exactly it means.
Mm.
I just need to have something to actually go. So
Th-
this is
th-
happening multiple times.
yeah, I think that, in my opinion, we don't see enough of Cinder. Actually, to clarify, we don't see any signs of Cinder in
Nope.
we don't see signs of Cinder at all in uh actually, Spyro reignited. I think the door in Artisans is something. I think that it genuinely, because it's in game.
Yeah.
It's not there in the original. So the mission of this video that I eventually want to make, if I can make it, is looking for anything that's like a significant change and an unnecessary change in Reignited from the original that could imply what Paul is saying in terms of seeds placed, right? And the
Yeah.
door in Artisans is one of them. I think that the door in Artisans is something. I do think that the Aether symbols is not something accidental. I think that there is something there to it. Um,
Yeah.
es- uh, Especially after the ranting and raving that
I yeah. I went on a hour-long rant running around my room, turning on my PlayStation, which I hadn't turned on in like a couple of years, to explain to Canadian guy all the observations I had made over the last like 7 or 8 years now. And I started piecing it all together, and I looked like the Pepe Silva gif where I'm like
of
ranting and
course.
raving. You have like the conspiracy board right next to me. So that's kind of an example of what I would want to see from Cinder. One thing is a coincidence. Seeing it once is a coincidence. Seeing it two times is strange. Seeing it three times is an implication.
Mhm.
Um, it's maybe I'm just being more pessimistic. I mean, it'd be fun to speculate on it. It's just me being a little bit pessimistic. Okay, well, I'd like to see more to actually get a idea of what it's supposed to be like, um, and like how they're gonna go about the character, because I mean, they've already gone about the character two ways, so they could just do it a third time. I mean, I'd hope they keep the basic idea of the character, and that they
Mhm.
use the open world to explain the character a little bit, because I would like all the story elements to play into that, like you go around the world, and to keep it interesting. Um, you have different clues as to what's going on with environmental storytelling, or like different characters telling you things. That'd be neat. And maybe they imply something about Cinder before, or if she's in the game, they imply stuff about the character that then tie back to the plate itself, which then actually gives it some weight as you figure it out after exploring the world.
Mhm. So I think that there is a lot of, like, as we talked about this before, about having a lot of really good environmental storytelling. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for that. What I would love is that, with the way that we see things in the trailer, um I think that there's a lot to explore, and I would love to be able to find caves where there's like drawings and stuff, and you can look at those drawings and you can see things that are implications to the silent story that's being told in the world. And I think that there is a lot of opportunity for that inner realm beyond, strictly because we got a whole realm to be able to explore, and we got a whole fun space to be able to look around. I think that that environmental storytelling is going to be, which is what they did really well in Reignited. In Reignited, they did it really well. They did a really, really, really good environmental storytelling in Reignited, and it was a remake, right? Like, they sat there and they're like, okay, where can we place things that wouldn't be obtrusive and obnoxious, but would be telling a story? They did a really good job of that. So I would love to see even more of that, and that strength leaned on in A Realm Beyond. And I think that it's very easy to do so. I also
I mean, you got a lot
think,
of space.
yeah, you got a lot of space. I also think that I think there's going to be a joke. I think that there is going to be a joke in this game that could be environmental storytelling. When we stopped and we looked at the temple that Spyro is flying through in the trailer, I'll pull it up real quick. There's a statue of a character on screen left, and I've looked at it a bunch of times, and I think it's a statue of like a giant sheep, like a sheep, like god or something, and or some sort of like deity or something. Like here, if I were to, or like a king or something, because if you can see here, I'm gonna take a screenshot. If you look closer, you can see you kind of got like a pointed snout, right? You got the cloven hands. What if there is like there's a realm or an area that Spyro shows up where it's nothing but sheep, and they're
Enemy
all
number 1.
yeah, and they are, and it is just nothing but they see Spyro and they scream in terror because, and Spyro's just like, oh my gosh, there's sheep everywhere.
The implication of that is, if they know about Spyro, that means word of him is spread beyond the Dragon Realms through the just sheep.
Through the realms.
Yeah, the sheep are actually like the rulers of the world, and they've just been threatened by Spyro so many times they start spreading it around.
So, and here's another idea that I heard, and because now that Spyro is flying, okay, are we not going to potentially get flying sheep?
You know what would be really funny?
What?
Yeah, you can get flying sheep. I mean, they had that in Skylanders. They had the one with the jetpack. But there's a joke there. It's flying pigs.
Yes.
The joke writes itself. Like you
So-
have that, you literally have an achievement. Like, you know, when pigs fly, you
Yep.
literally have it right there.
It's right there.
It makes it for you.
What if there's a quest where you have to choose to fight the flying sheep or fight the flying pigs? There's a war. It's like Zephyr and Breeze Harbor, the sheep versus the pigs.
It's another war that they send a teenager to stop. I can't believe this keeps happening. It's actually just like a young adult book.
It's the war of the flying pigs versus the flying sheep.
No.
And they come up with like horrible insults. They call the pigs call the sheep clouds.
I don't need I don't need to hear them call each other slurs.
I'm not saying slurs. I'm saying insults. The pigs calling them a bunch of clouds because they're. That would be hilarious. So, but now this also makes me wonder: have we never had like? I'm trying to think. We've had on the rails in-flight characters that Spyro fights and, you know, attacks on the rails. So like in like the Legend of Spyro. Could we potentially be having like aerial fights where Spyro is trying to get through and there's these things attacking him and he has to attack them mid-air?
I mean, that's what I think the natural progression of combat is
Yeah.
You start, because you already have the platforming is already being scaled up because you can fly around. Now
Yeah.
you have the ability to just, I assume the open world, because I remember this whole stream was supposed to be about open world, but we got really off topic. Like the whole thing is, I assume more vertical, at least from the shot we got.
Yeah.
Which means the enemies or whatever also have to be able to use that. So I assume, there's going to be like flying stuff that you have to fight.
I think that's going to be cool. We also have the concept art of Spyro diving and it becoming like a meteor strike, right?
Yeah,
And
I do remember that. That was neat.
I think that that's going to be something really fun to set up where you have a bunch of enemies down there, you just line yourself up and you just basically Superman crash into the ground. That's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
so much fun. I think that's going to be cool. In-air boss fights, mid-air boss fights, I think that's going to be really interesting. We also could have boss fights that are like you fight them and then they go to move away and you have to fly to another section of this of like the boss area. You have to fly over
Oh.
to like between
Oh, no.
transitioning, right?
It's like Monster Hunter.
Oh, you mean like Cat-Bat before they got nerfed? Yes. Yes, before the nerf happened. Before Cat-Bat got nerfed.
Hate that.
Is Cat-Bat a booster score or blocker? The answer is yes.
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 It's whatever you want him to be, and you'll hate him either way.
Hey, Erisman, how's it going? What do you
Hello.
think of the leader of the scav is? What are they scavenging? So this is something that I'm really, really interested in knowing. That, I mean, Laura, you already made a video talking explicitly about the scav leader and like the scepter, right?
Mainly the
And-
Scepter, yeah. Because it
Yeah.
doesn't have a whole lot to talk about with the leader himself.
Mm. So I'm interested because there's a lot of implications with the scav creature because there's a draconic nature to it, kind of. There's kind of like a corrupted sorceress, lizard-like, yeah. It's very that laugh. There are more and more people that have sat down and said that laugh is Luke Skywalker brain, if you can, Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That more people are convinced that it's Mark Hamill, and I am not. I am agreeing that it sounds very much like Mark Hamill, and I hope it is. But if it's Mark Hamill, if we find out, like, let's say we turn around and they don't, let's say the next trailer that we see doesn't reveal anything about the scavs, but they confirm that Mark Hamill is in there. Do you think that there is an implication of a connection to Malifaux there? Let's just say next trailer, they just confirm like voice actors, Tom Kenny, Robbie Damon. They have like they show like a list of characters, and then they just show and featuring Mark Hamill, but they don't show anything more. Do you believe that is an implication of there being a connection to Malifaux because of the fact of Mark Hamill voicing Malifaux beforehand? Do you think Toys for Bob would be... Sorry, go ahead.
I think it would be a mistake not to. Because if I'm going to be completely honest, Malifaux's like... you can argue whether or not it's the darkness or chaos or whatever, if you really want to stretch out the idea. If we're just talking about Spyro, which seems to be more they're implying Spyro is just through the legend of Spyro, Skylanders is its own thing. Kind of, but with Spyro in it. Malifaux is like the biggest bad. He's just
right.
Like, I know. Okay, like I know the sorcerer's pretty bad. Malifaux's pretty bad too. That guy's nasty.
That guy's evil.
Evil. He's like Deathwing. He literally looks like Deathwing one time. So it would be, I think, a mistake because Mark Hamill has a really good villain voice. To not have that be Malifaux. Just because, and also the fact that for Legend of Spyro fans like me, I'd think that's cool and a nice acknowledgement of the fact that we haven't had a game in 18 years. you classic guys, you guys get your own game. You get all this new stuff. Like, okay, I'm just saying, we got to get something for us, man.
Give us something, just please.
Let us have a win, please.
Let us have this. Let us have
Yeah,
this.
we'll throw in. It would be really cool actually, because Skylanders had a really cool design. They had like Malfoy's like a steampunk version, and like the one with like the molten stuff. I think the molten one would be really cool. I
Yeah,
won't knock Skylanders. I definitely won't knock the design they had for him, because that's kind of neat. Also, I
but
guess it would be neat if you really want to make a Deathwing reference that he has such potent magic, he's literally tearing himself apart. That would be cool.
and he has to be like held together. It's
Yeah, that would be neat.
yeah. So I think that there needs to maybe that he's not necessarily Malifor yet, because because Miharu brings up a good fact. Even if it's not Malifor, Mark
Yeah.
could still be a great sorcerer. There
Oh,
could
yeah.
be there could be a case made where Toys for Bob turns around and they make Mark Hamill the sorcerer, and then that it doesn't necessarily mean that by the end of A Realm Beyond that he is explicitly defeated, right? It could be that he's sealed away, and then he returns even stronger, and he returns as Malifor, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Sorcerer is also a title.
Yeah.
Malifaux
Yeah.
is his name.
So
So
it
if you
could.
really wanted to go about it, you could
Yeah.
have them be the same character, which then makes a bit of sense, because in some ways people already compare them, and it also implies Malifaux would have been in every single timeline fighting Spyro, being a purple
some way.
dragon, and they always clash, which I don't know, that'd be neat.
Yeah, I think that really could be neat. I think that's a really cool idea. I think that that's a really fun way to be able to go about for the story, where you could have a fun thing. The other idea that I really liked was the idea of the scavs being originally dragons, and that they were originally the machinists, which is the lost clan of Spyro. Which, funny enough, I'm gonna tease something small here for a video that is gonna be coming out hopefully within the next few weeks. I got confirmation that the machine, because there were some people that doubted the machinist even existing to begin with, or if that was just like a legend or a story. I have a firsthand account thing that I'll be talking about in a few weeks, that yes, the machinists were a thing that they originally had to cut. But what if someone made a really interesting idea that because the machinists are scavengers, they are scavenging, they are grabbing, what if these were like the lost clan of dragons, the machinists, and that everything is like steampunky and everything's oil based, and I'll give you a hint, Crystal Fisher. It's not Craig. I'll give you another hint. I'll give you another hint. Yeah, I'll give you another hint. Okay. Space.
Final Frontier.
That adds on. Yep, that adds on. That adds on to the that actually does add on to the hint that Final Frontier. Space, the Final Frontier. Well, and I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that, because we still got to record it. We still got to record it. We still got to record the bloody thing. But
yeah.
Diesel punk dragons. Yes. I think that it would be interesting where if the scavs that have for some reason they've been from being too far away from the original dragons, being too far away from the original dragons, they somehow lost their magic, and they kind of de-evolve into like these more primitive scavenger like dragons, and they build and they use diesel punk type of stuff, and they show up to this world and they start destroying it, right? So you can have an environmental, you can have a little bit of a environmentalism aspect to it, where destroying the world, so you can even include that kind of message in there. But also they're scavenging metal bits and rebuilding them. So they're coming from a world that's like Mad Max, and then you're throwing them into a lush, beautiful world. What's the first thing they're going to do, right? So I heard that was a really, really, really cool. I heard that idea. I love that idea. I thought the idea was really fun, really cool. Now we can get back to, we're going to get to questions in a second. I just want to quickly let you guys know once again, because we have almost 300 people watching. So I wanted to say, thank you everyone for watching. That we are going to be celebrating Spyro Community Day. Spyro Community Day is something that we have been doing every year, and every year it's been to beat the drum to say that we want a Spyro 4, and I think we beat the drum to the point where the drum broke, and now we have our game. So very much like a dog chasing a car and finally getting it and not knowing what to do with it. We're like, okay, now what? What do we do now? So we're still going to be celebrating it. I have reached out to Activision officially and talked to them about Spyro Community Day, and it's been acknowledged. I don't know what they are going to be doing. I don't know what surprises they're going to be holding, if there are going to be surprises. I know that I am trying to put something together with some members to make something really cool. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware. September 4th is when we're doing it. We chose September 4th because A, it's a Friday, which is typically a good day. And 2, or B, A, B, 2, whatever. A1, A2, B2.
A1 steak sauce.
A1 steak sauce. Yeah. No. Then, so A, Fridays are good. B, I thought it was a fun play on the fact that we call it Spyro 4 and we're celebrating on September 4th, which I thought that's a fun little play on words. But also, if there is anything, we're also avoiding anything Crash Bandicoot related, because if there's something Crash Bandicoot related coming out on the 9th, which is the following week, I didn't want Spyro Community Day to step on Crash's toes. I didn't want Crash stepping on Spyro's toes. So I figured that it would be a really, really fun idea to just be like, hey, let's do this on the 4th. So if you guys are interested, there's plenty of ideas that you can do. I'm going to be streaming that day. I probably won't be doing a 12-hour stream. I'll probably be doing an 8-hour stream. Simply because of the fact that if I'm going to be doing something on that day, I want to be able to get it live and post it early in the day so that the video can sit for a little bit and then I go live. We can kind of do that. And yes, Destination Mark does do a Crash Community Day. It's just typically when the Crash Community Day happens, I'm up north. So if I'm not up north, I will try to celebrate this year. I typically October, there's one half of October where I'm not present, and if my memory serves correct, I might be wrong, but if my memory serves correct, it's typically in October. But if I'm home this year, I'll definitely be joining in for the Crash celebration. So now I want to open the floor to questions if anybody is interested. If you guys have any questions, you can fire them away, and me and Lore of the Dragon can try to answer them. But let me start with asking you a question, Lore.
Cool.
Ooh.
Oh.
My question is that what is nightmare scenario for you if they introduce something in terms of lore for Spyro, something where you're like, oh gosh, please don't go that direction, where you start playing it, you start to see the seeds of it, and you as Spyro lore master,
I wouldn't call myself a master, but
Spyro lore overseer,
lore hermit, you're playing the game and something happens in the lore, you're like, oh, please don't go that direction. Multiverse. Okay. Can you give us a breakdown? Okay, so long story short, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there's this, everyone's starting to do the multiverse thing. They got Fortnite doing, Iron Man's doing the... Sorry to interrupt. If anyone's got any questions, fire them away, and we will answer them after this rant. Anyway, continue. Okay, so Basically, Iron Man doing the gritty on like Fortnite guy, and now everyone. Oh, you got a big donation. Man.
Oh gosh! Oh, and more just donating $100 to Super Chat. Are you guys crazy? Thanks for all you do to the Spyro community. Also, will Laura or anyone else be joining you in the future for future Yap sessions? First of all, thank you so much. That is incredible. You guys are amazing, all of you. Thank you so much for the $100. I don't even know where to start. Yes. As long as Lore wants to come back, if he enjoys the sessions, yes, of course.
Do I get pizza?
I'll send you pizza money, sure.
Yay!
Can get a whole tray for yourself. Thank you,
Yay.
Owen Moore. Thank you, everybody, so much for today. This is incredible. Thank you so much. While I'm sitting here mentally exploding, you continue. Multiverse, Iron Man doing the gritty.
Okay, so basically, I don't mind the multiverse. I think it's a neat idea, but shoehorning into the story, because why not? I don't want that. We already had it with Crash 4. I just maybe something a little more grounded to start off with. Maybe some like slight ideas of it, but if they just go like full, oh, Spyro's going into a bunch of different multiverses and whatnot, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's okay. All right. Crash 4 again, baby, let's go. It's mainly that. It just like shoehorning like every single reference you can into the same game, into the same session, because so cool. It'd be neat if we got Cinder. It'd be neat if we got Malifaux. It'd be neat if we got all these things. But if it's like Malifaux, Cinder, Chaos, Skyline, in every single thing, and it just doesn't make sense, then I'm going to be taken out of it. Like yeah. I don't mind any of those. Like okay, here's the deal. I like ice cream and burgers. Okay, you know, no, that's not good. I like ketchup and bananas, to make a reference here. Those two separately are pretty good. I don't know how you'd mix them, but if you had to, I would, take your time to figure out how to do that. If you just start mashing them together like I did when I was like 8, then I'm gonna be a little like weirded out. To just be able to like
sprinkle some
take
cinnamon
the time
in there
to introduce things, not just like shoehorn the multiverse in because oh my god, the multiverse is so popular with everybody. It was popular like 3 years ago.
So
you calm down.
I think the multiverse idea works for Crash because of Crash being like science based. So I don't mind the multiverse idea for Crash. I don't think it works for Spyro.
Not in the same way.
Not in the same way, right? It would have to be different. It would have to be done a different way. I think Spyro can definitely dimension hop. I think that like if we wanted to go, if you wanted to go like, okay, do we want to go timeline hopping? I think dimension hopping, because you already have the portals. So it's not that far of a stretch to go to like, hey, let's go to an alternate dimension, right? But I would put a stop at that. Like that's the floor. The floor is alternate dimension.
They have it with convexity. So like that's already a thing.
Right.
But shoehorning it in just because it's popular, that would annoy me.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be for me there was an idea that some were saying that I'm not. I don't hate the idea, but I hate the implications of it, where Cinder is the alternate reality Spyro and not just her own personality, where it's just like Cinder, if they introduce Cinder and they're like, oh yeah, in this universe, she's Spyro, but girl and dark, and that's it. Because you have a Rivet and a Ratchet. I think Rivet and Ratchet work, but I don't think Spyro in Cinder would, because now it's like, oh, it's not that Spyro, it's the alternate reality Spyro. I don't know.
Okay, Okay,
Cinder
no.
being Cinder being Spyro's sister. You see, I'm kind of
Well,
going
that's canon.
kind of.
It's halfway canon because one of the games they literally said, "Hey, we don't know what this game's gonna be like. They're sleeping for 3,000 years, and the next thing you know, they're brother and sister." The game comes out on the actual consoles. They're not. They're in there for 3 years.
Somebody
It makes no sense.
somebody I mean, not that it would be awful, but it would create many problems in the fandom. Yeah, it would definitely be a we'll call it a genre shift. So
I don't. Okay, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
yeah. That's all I'm going. That's all. I'm stopping there. That's
I
it.
hate
You're stopping there. You and I are both stopping there.
Uh,
Okay,
you'd
that's
hate,
it.
You'd hate it. They'd hate it.
And break. Next question. If there are returning
Yes.
NPCs, what's your top 5 characters to return? Me, I want the secret agent guy. Okay, so we want side NPCs, not necessarily like main characters, side NPCs. Let me see. Who I want back, and it's so random. I want the cackling hyena from the one, I think it's either from A Hero's Tale or I think it's A Hero's Tale, where she's just like, "Ha, my whole house burned down."
That's messed up, dude. That's severely messed up.
I think that would be hilarious.
You should
Tina!
feel bad.
Why? Tina coming back would be great. And you know what would be funny is that she has a home again and she's happy, and then something happens and it burns down again.
I think that's messed up, dude. That's
like-
severely messed up.
And she
You
becomes the Spyro Tom Kenny, where every game she rebuilds her house and then in some way it breaks again.
I just feel bad. Like, why you're laughing about this? This is very serious.
Well, what about you? What side NPC would you want to bring back?
I mean, I could say Blink to annoy you, but
Don't
I
you
don't know
dare
if
say Blink.
I fighting fire with fire.
Don't you dare say Blink.
The guy with the mustache. I forgot
What?
his name. The guy with the mustache. He's in
Which game?
Stonehill.
Oh, Gavin.
Yeah, mainly just because I want to see the mustache again. I think it would be fun.
That would be awesome. I would love to see the mustache again. I would love to see
that's
Gavin
it.
return.
I literally just I don't have. I mean, granted, you could technically. Oh, they're not really NPCs. I mean, the Guardians would be neat, but they're not really NPCs. They're just characters that. Oh wait, no, they are because you got the training session. Guardians would be neat. I guess that.
I would
Igni-
like to see the
okay,
Guardians. That I like that. I like the idea of that.
I'm a sucker for Ignitus. I'm sorry, Ignitus is pretty cool.
I think that would be cool. Some sort of retaking or remaking of some kind of Ignitus would be really interesting. I think that would be I think that would be really cool. The Blink is playable though. He doesn't count. Okay, there we go.
Okay, well, here's the thing. We are a democracy here. So by popular vote, Blink is now coming back. Because everyone's saying Blink. I'm seeing more Blink than no. So
okay. Next question is next question is do you think there'll be any new character species that haven't been seen in any Spyro game before? I count on it. I mean, I think the scavs are already there, right? But even beyond that, I think that I want to be able to see a whole bunch of new species. I want to see, because unfortunately there are some people who are just wanting nothing but like classic and original characters, and I'm kind of like, hey, we gotta get more original characters. right? You gotta get you gotta get you gotta get some original characters. We gotta inject some new blood, because if you look at
Right.
Crash Bandicoot, the new characters is an alternate reality Tana, which is still, it's new but not new, right? You have an alternate reality Entropy, right? And then you have the Quantum Masks, and then you have Catbat in Crash Team Rumble, right? So across 2 games, you got what, 4 new characters? 3? Oh yeah, you basically got, 3 new characters, and unless you count the wooden masks, right? But you got 3 new characters across 2 games. I think we need a little bit more new blood in these Spyro games. So I'm not saying that absolutely no original characters, but I think leaning into the, hey, let's go new characters for people to enjoy, new characters to like. You know what I mean?
A rat.
Why a rat?
Because I think rats are funny, and you can make a Warhammer Fantasy or Age of Sigma. You can reference if anyone knows the Skaven. You can make a reference.
Has a
They
Cobalt been done yet?
They talk funny.
Not
Kobolds would talk funny too. I'm gonna be anyone who talks funny, I'm in.
I mean, the funny thing about Cobalts is that, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing about Cobalts. Cobalts have a bunch of different takes. Some have them as like rats. Others are like little dragons. I mean, it could be that the the scavs are just like kobolds.
I mean, in D&D, aren't they like more mechanically inclined as well? I don't remember. I know they're like the servants of the dragons, but
Yeah, here, here, I'll just send you the a DM of
yeah, I mean, yeah, there's like they just make a Dractyr reference. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if, at this point, they might as well just make a Dractyr reference. Just make them. I would not be surprised. They already got like the free flights.
Yeah, so I mean, they're kind of rats, dogs, lizard, drakes. So I mean, like, it's possible that, like, the leader of the scavs is the leader of a bunch of kobolds. When here's scavs, I think of something bird-like. That's possible too, because again, I think I thought vulture, right?
I just think griffins would be cool.
So that's possible too. So let's see. What are the chances of PFB pulling a multiverse as they did in Crash 4? I don't think they're going to be doing it. I don't think they're going to be doing it for my sake, and also Laura's sake, because otherwise Laura's going to explode. So okay. Definitely not Archer Norris 439 has a question that's pretty interesting. Spyro question. Spyro 1, there are a few dragons that allude to Spyro having some kind of destiny or being ready. Could this be a seed they potentially tie to things like the Cinder Plate or the Artisan's Door?
It'd be smart.
Yeah. I also think that there's a thought to be had to where I think there's a thought to be had where you have to ask the question, why is Spyro the only young dragon? When you have the Year of the Dragon, where there's a whole bunch of eggs, why is Spyro the only one? Why is it Spyro and a bunch of older dragons, and then Year of the Dragon, there's a whole grouping? Why was Spyro singled out, right? And I think that that's a simple and like straightforward question that makes sense and applies to, well, Spyro A Realm Beyond, right? that because there's a story there.
Yeah, there's a couple of implications depending on how you want to go about it.
Hey! Liv the Clumsy Dane donated 200 Danish crowns? Krone? 200 crown, equivalent to about $20. Thank you so much. Hey CG, been following you for some years now. Love your content and vids. Thank you for holding out hope for the Purple Boy. Also posted some art for you in the Discord server. If it's what I think it is, it's my new profile picture. It's going to be, at least, if it's what I think it is. Hold on.
Check. I'm your second pair of eyes.
Please, yeah. I gotta find poster work, and
it's not there yet.
It's not there yet.
It's not there yet.
In the Discord server, maybe it's in the wrong. Maybe it's in the wrong thing. I don't know. Where is it? Oh, way to go, Cut Night Joe.
Oh, there's a bunch of Scandinavians in the chat. This is crazy.
All that. I got a
bunch of Vikings. This is cool.
Yeah. Is it in post your work, or is it somewhere else? I'll say it.
I'm gonna be going to Denmark this month. Actually, I'm in Copenhagen.
Also, CG, I remember a video you made about the hint of a game that TFB was developing that had RPG elements in it. Was that referring to A Realm Beyond prior to announcement? Yes, that is correct. Yes, that is what I was referring to. That was the that was what I was referring to. Was that? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to find. I just had poster work up. Why can't I see it now?
It's like I removed it. It's gone. I keep moving it away from you.
Why did you move? Why would you do that to me, man? Why would you?
Because it's funny.
On important. I'm trying to find it again. Hold on. Where is it? Where'd it go?
So experience skating. It'd be neat to have like a level up system, honestly, or like because he had like Spyro like the flame breath that like locks on in air. I wonder if that means they'll have more
I'm not seeing
abilities as you level up.
It is pinned in poster work. Okay, hold on. It's pinned. Pinned.
It's pinned.
There it is.
Oh,
I see it now.
Oh, there you go.
It's amazing. Hold on a second. I'm gonna do this. Copy media link, and I'm gonna show it off. This looks so good.
The ability of Liv to come into a random stream and then make a profile picture that's absolutely banging is insane.
I love it. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is such, Liv. That is an amazing, amazing piece of art. That is going to become my new profile picture for Twitter. I love it. That is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for both the donation, the kind words, and this lovely piece of art. Thank you so much. Who drew this? This was Liv the Clumsy Dane. She is in chat right now. She is awesome. Yes. She is amazing. Thank you so much. Guys, we got about 20 minutes before we got to wrap this up. So if you guys got any follow-up and additional questions, please fire them away as I quickly change my social media stuff, because that is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see if find another question. Yeah, scavs, I think, are a really interesting idea for them to be scavengers. Plot twist, Cat Bat is actually from A Realm Beyond. That would be interested. Miharu just threw something down. That would be... what would happen? I would just want to pull out the popcorn and watch. New possible love interest for Spyro and watch the carnage.
Okay, so for one thing, I would think that's absolutely hilarious. So that should be done. The second thing is I do not want to be involved in that. I will be about 30 miles away. and I will probably have a radioactive like suit because the absolute toxicity will only be able to be rivaled by either the demon core when it closed or like the elephant foot in Chernobyl. I am gonna. I'm good.
Run for the hills.
I will be in a bunker. You know those like emptied out missile silos in the middle of the U.S. I'm gonna go into one of those.
You're like, nope, nope. You're like, you want it to happen, but also, nope.
This is above my pay grade, but you don't get it paid even. Yeah, that's right.
I'm not getting paid for this. Click.
I don't get paid enough for this. You're on your own, man.
You just hear the hatch closing and hissing, and the just click, 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 click.
Yeah, I'm bolting down that door.
You're like, no.
No, I'm not having it. I've seen what that. Look, I went to the Wings of Fire community. I saw the ship and stuff they did. Oh man, I saw like the remnants of war from the Spyro community back in the day between like on DeviantArt. And I'll be hearing about it because I'll be talking to if any of you guys know him, Dragon of Ice and Fire. I'll be like talking to him sometimes. I'll get like little teases, or I'll talk to some people from back in like the Legend of like Pure Light days for Legend of Spyro, like 2010 or whatever. And I'm just hearing about all this stuff going down, and I'm just like, you actually had a war. You genuinely just had a war go down.
You had nothing but a war. Like
I'm sorry. Look, Cinder, Laura, Ember, hey,
shipping wars.
Hey, that sounds great, man. Good luck. Oh,
good luck, Dink. Yeah, Miharu said I will avoid shipping wars on my channel, but at the same time.
Okay, Miharu, you cannot say that. I literally saw you make a video, which was like, which ship was actually good. Literally, I if there's anyone who's gonna make a video,
I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it.
That is you, Miharu. You are the one going in. You.
It turns out Miharu is the canon event to the ship, the next shipping war. It's a canon event now. It's like no, I am not touching that with a 20-foot pole. There's just no.
Miharu's contribution on Team Spyro is just tell Toaster Bob. I think you should start a shipping war because I think it would cause a lot of attention to come to the series.
It is no. I am.
Any publicity is good publicity, right?
I'm not touching that, man. There's, because it always starts as innocent. It starts off like, oh, these are my favorite. Oh yeah, this is my favorite, and then it de-evolves really fast.
I mean, honestly, at some point, I might even get into it. I'll just throw like a crazy tank as well. I'll just throw something in there to throw everything off. I'll be a little chaos, It's a little funny guy, little chaos goblin.
Just sit there. I'd be hiding. Like, nope.
I know you'll be hiding.
Oh, I'm hiding, man. Man. I am not getting involved with that business. No way, Jose.
Like, you got a double in head. You're just sitting there
like,
watching the whole thing go down. You know the one clip, Tobey Maguire, he's eating the hot dog. He's like watching something go down across the street. He turns around.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's it. I'm just like, nope. Nah. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm not doing that. I'm too tired for this today, bro. You've had like 3 coffees. I know. I'm too tired for this. I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's like nope. Not doing it. Nope. So, also just letting you know, just showing here, Liv, the profile pic has been changed on Twitter. It is now the new one that you made of me. Thank you so much. I do love it. It's very, very awesome. Thank you so much. Sorry, due to technical. Yeah. There we go. We had some technical difficulties and we got it going. So, okay, then we cut back to here. There we go. So, let's we got a little bit more time before we gotta get going. So, thoughts on there being overall fewer levels in the classic trilogy, but the ones that we have more expansive and having more things to find and do. Yeah, I think that that's naturally going to be a thing that's going to happen. Is that it's going to naturally be, there's naturally going to be most likely less levels. Because even if Toys for Bob were to go and be like, hey, let's do like the standard, it's like 3 or 4 levels plus a challenge level and a boss, right? So it's about 5 levels per home world, right? 5 levels per home world. Then they do about 4 or 5 home worlds, 3 dependent on if you include, Autumn Plains, but Autumn Plains is like a double. So you're getting about anywhere from 20 to 25 levels, right? Approximately per Spyro game. If you go 25 big open worlds, it's not going to work. That's
overscope.
Yeah, that's overscope. That's not going to work.
I'd assume you have like the general areas and then you break down the areas into smaller biomes, or just have like 5 major biomes and each biome has its own challenges and unique areas and landscapes.
Yeah, I think that that's going to be it. I really hope that actually almost rehauling back to the start of the video a little bit. Let me tell you something that I don't want. Okay. I can promise you that there is one thing that I never want to see. I do not want anything like Mario Kart World in this open world game. No, absolutely, positively not. I do not want whatever they did in Mario Kart World. I don't want for Spyro. I do not want anything. The way that they handled the open world format in Mario Kart World was one of the most boring, dry, ridiculous. It is so. Mario Kart World's open world is not fun. There's no direction. It's just like, hey, go over here and do things. Yay. All right. Now just do these other open kind of challenges. Yay.
About to ask if you had more adjectives to describe it.
Bloated, boring, blatantly bad. I can give you more adjectives to start with the letter B.
Triple B.
Triple B. I don't want that. I want it to be, hey, there are missions to do, but they're interactive. They're fun. There's open world stuff. There's secrets. I don't want just, hey, push a button, go collect the coins. You did it. You got a sticker. No. I don't want if we're going to do an open world, don't let it be a passive open world, right? I want this interactive open world that has jam full of secrets that are fun, that are interesting, not too handholdy. I think that's one thing that I really like about, and I'm going to go on something that a lot of people don't want to hear about. A lot of people don't like the Breath of the Wild comparisons because, one, there's been too many games that have tried to mimic Breath of the Wild. But one of the things that makes Breath of the Wild fun is that it's not too handholdy. It's still one of those games where it's like, hey, there's secrets that, you have to find for yourself. You can, of course, look it up online, but if you were wandering around and you could do it yourself, it's not like, here's a waypoint for a secret, right? You have to kind of wander about. And I hope that there is aspects of that in this game where there are moments where it's like you kind of have to know what you're doing. You might find a cave and it has a puzzle and it doesn't explain it to you. It's just there's a puzzle in there and you have to figure it out. And then once you figure it out, you get something neat, an Easter egg, something cool, something that like, oh wow, that's super interesting, super unique, right? And it's not like you're sitting there, all of a sudden Sparks is like, wow, Spyro, I think you have to turn and twist to this thing. Or, hey, Spyro, you can't do this now. Come back later. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? That's where I
Don't
think
go
that,
backtrack.
yeah, you know, there's a sense of wonder to it. It's like, what is that, right? You know, do I come back later and solve this? Do I have all the things, right? I don't want too much hand holding, right? But I want there to be fun secrets. So I also want I'm gonna give this hot take and then we're gonna start wrapping up. I want, and I think this would be super cool, I want there to be a secret boss. A secret final boss. Where after you've 100%ed the game, you beat everything, you've done everything, there's this overarching plot that only moves very slowly each time you 100% the game. And I would love that at the end of Spyro Realm Beyond, the secret final boss, there's, you know, beating the game, there's beating the game and 100%, but then there's a third final one. And that third and final one is Dark Spyro.
You see, I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on the whole like Dark Spyro's just now treated as like an entirely separate character,
Okay.
but that's also coming from me, Legend of Spyro fan, who's like, oh, this is a thing Spyro has to deal with himself. You can have it like, oh, there's the multiverse thing where it's another Spyro who's just been corrupted, which then has its own implications. But
Mhm.
being heavy-handed on the Dark Spyro is just an entirely separate character now. Kind of takes away from what Legends was doing with the concept, which is basically what you did in the early 2000s. Cringe dark form stuff. But
Right.
just don't make it exclusively just it's a separate character now. I want my 2006 cringe or 2007 cringe. Like, okay, just let me have it. Let me have that for a second, and then you can, play with the idea of, well, now Spyro has to deal with this a little bit. I mean, they had it in other games. Why not just have it here instead of?
I like it that I like the idea of there being basically a dark energy that has taken sentience, and the
I wonder
first
what dark energy. Yeah.
yeah, I know. Hold on. A dark energy has taken some kind of sentience, and it imbues in Spyro, and it just creates the image of Spyro, and it's Dark Spyro, but it's its own sentience. It's a separate character, but it's also not a dragon. It's just a dark mattered energy that's chaotic and has this chaos. It imbues in Spyro. It reforms as Dark Spyro. Spyro defeats it, and then it goes away, and we don't hear about it. And then in the next Spyro game, the secret boss it returns, but it's upgraded and it's different and it's a little bit more evil, a little bit darker, a little bit more, not just, oh, Dark Spyro. You'll see like its wings are more crystallized, its spikes are sharper, it looks more. That's what I think would be cool personally. Now we can disagree on this, but
Yeah. I also I had the thought in my head. I don't owe this necessarily to myself, but it would be neat if there was like the secret boss fight, and it was, oh well, you're fighting this character who looks kind of like Spyro, but is not 100%, and is also like a dark form, corrupted form.
mhm,
And then later you meet them again, but they're a lot older, and you could play with the multiverse thing a little bit, and that it's not Spyro, even though they kind of look like him, Alifor, when he's a lot younger, and it's showing a very corrupted form of him. So it's
right.
not even Spyro himself. You're playing with the idea of there's a younger alternate version of Malifor, which is then confronting Spyro, but he's also falling down the path that he did in Legend of Spyro.
Sure. Like it's
Now,
not
granted,
Spyro, but it looks like Spyro
kind
because
of,
it's
I think part of
it's the Venom treatment.
yeah,
It's
I
the
mean,
Venom treatment.
I think part of the whole like thing
Cocky
in
sent 10
Cocky
Canadian
thing.
Guy memberships. Cocky. 10 $5 Canadian Guy memberships. If you are here and you receive a membership, say thank you to Conky. Thank you so much. That goes to Jaden Wilson, Little Big Spiky, Steampunk Jones, Thomas Ash, Simpson 1, Clio 1, Kreesh, Dr. Alice Comatose, Rabu, and John Keller. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Amazing. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you so amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But yeah, I don't. That's not necessarily my idea, but maybe not even having it be Spyro and having an implication that it's someone else, but you have to figure out who it is.
Yeah, and you think it's Spyro, and like I said, it's the Spider-Man and Venom situation where Venom's only like imprint is Spider-Man, and that's why he looks the way that he looks is because he was with Spider-Man, and then when he hops to someone else, he still recreates the look of Spider-Man. So a magic Venom. I'm saying magic Venom for Dark Spyro.
Yeah.
That's my pitch. If I were to surmise it, magic Venom. So
Spyro going to someone, I'm going to put some dirt in your eye.
why? You couldn't go through a street without you had to go there.
Yeah.
You had to. We almost got through.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, speaking of, we do have to wrap up the stream. Laura the Dragon, I very much appreciate you being here, joining me for today's stream. For today's Yap Sesh, I think it was really good. I loved having you, and I would love to have you again in the future. And hopefully we can have you featured on the show again for after Spyro actually posts something more. Because man, it's been 2 months and now I'm like shaking my cup, like, please.
Yeah, no, I think that's called withdrawal, and you're addicted. We need to help you. You need to go to rehab.
All right, you're telling me that you're not the same?
Pot kettle black, man.
Yeah, there we go. See? So, all right. So, and with that, thank you all so much for tuning in for today's this morning's Yap Sesh. We'll be back. Hopefully we're back sooner rather than later.
I might be back.
I hope that you're back. So thank you all so much for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video and or live stream. Time for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye. 1 second.